Hey guys, it's me, Liam, and welcome back to Liam's Programming. Today we're going to be making a weapon scrolling system. So this system is like the system I have in my game, Super Alien Defense Force. I'm going to get up right now. I should turn down the volume because the music is pretty loud. Okay, it's fine. So I made this game for the... It doesn't do anything at the moment, but I will be adding that. So this game was made for the Indies vs Gamers challenge. That wasn't there. I'm just making it. I'm still working on the game, and this will still be a full game. It'll be better than it was because I am gonna work on it after the Indies vs Gamers game jam. The link to that will be in the description below. But it's a pretty cool game. I encourage you to go check it out and vote for it. So anyways, let's get started on the tutorial. As you can see here, when I scroll my mouse button, the mouse wheel, you can see I am changing my weapons. And I can, if I just quickly buy other weapons, I'm changing my weapons, and they're shooting. They all each have different ammo, amounts of ammo, and they each going down with their own ammo. Why do I keep doing that? People had trouble with that. So that has 100, they all go down by their own ammo. I'm going to show you how to make that. So that is actually pretty cool how this works. Let me just get my source code up because this is pretty easy to do, just a little bit hard to remember. So I already have a few sprites with all my weapons. I'm only going to be using 3 for this tutorial, as you can see. I just have 3 weapon objects. These should be your bullets, but I only have these are my bullets for examples. They have no code in them, they're just there for show. Okay, so if I go to scripts and quickly make a script called weapon init. Of course, this can be called whatever you want. So I must quickly make a script called weapon init, and we have to put this in our room's creation code. Basically, what this does is this will just initialize all our weapons when the room is created. Now, we're going to do a few things. We're going to make a chunk of comments. I think called a block, a comment block or something like that. So global dot weapon array I. So this is the index, and 0. So this is what it's equal to. It's going to be our name. Global dot weapon array I 1, because arrays always start at 1. At 0. I'm not sure why, they just do. This is going to be the sprite to display on the screen. Then this is going to be bullet, like a bullet's going to shoot. This is going to be the ammo. This is going to be the ammo. This is going to be the max ammo, the maximum ammo. I think that's everything. So we should copy a reference, global.current weapon, and then J. Okay, so this is just telling us what the values are going to be. So you can, just in case you want to referencing it later in code, we just want to check back. So that's what it's going to do. Now, global.weapons equals 3. This is how many weapons we're going to have in the game. For example, we have 3 weapons, so it's going to be 3. Because arrays start at 0, and minus 1 for that. It counts 0 as 1. Okay, choose minus 1 to make minus 1. We keep this. Doing it this way to keep it a bit easier on ourselves. We didn't have to do, okay, that minus 1. So a lot of confusion, so we should do this quick. We should do that simply. Hope you understood that. So this is just in case we accidentally reference the array before it's created. For example, let's say the player is created first, and it says the player is created before the array is created. And then say, oh, okay, I want the gun, but the gun doesn't exist yet. So the array doesn't exist, so it's not throw an error. So because of that, we're going to quickly just make a for loop. Weapons plus plus for j equals 0, and then j is less than how many things we have up here. We have 4, so it's going to be 3, and j plus plus. Global.weapon array I j equals 0. So if you don't know what a for loop is basically a loop that runs this many times. So if I is less than global.weapons array, so if it's less than 2, I plus it makes I plus 1 and run this code. So it's kind of confusing piece of code, but yeah. So it's gonna do that and do everything in here and then go back out here. So it's kind of confusing, but you guys should get the hang of it soon. So we're going to start initializing our weapon, so pistol in it. So index equals 0. I'm making this variable here to make it easier, so if you ever want to change the index of a pistol, we change just one variable instead of changing the whole list. So what we can do here is just copy and paste this code up here. With these spaces. So I here we want to make that index. Yeah, index. This whole thing from down here. Actually, if we're going to be copy and pasting the whole thing, we can change this to index actually. Okay, so that's index is 0. So the name is pistol. Our sprite is SBR shotgun, SBR gun pistol, and our bullet is OBJ gun pistol. So if you don't know the difference, one's a sprite and one's an object. Our max ammo is equal to 100. Let's change this up here quickly. Equals index 30. So basically, our ammo is just going to equal to max ammo, which is that. So that should make a bit of sense. So this is equal to this, basically. I'm not sure if you understand what that is, but you should understand it sooner or later. So we can copy and paste that to make our next weapon, which is a shotgun. Sorry, I just moved my mic a little bit on accident, so let's hope it doesn't mess up my voice. So this is shotgun, SBR gun, shotgun, OBJ is shotgun, so our bullet is this now. Of course, you'll be making this would be a bullet object, so it shoots. This is where it shoots. So, like for example, my other code, it shoots a bullet. Here, it just creates a gun. So hopefully that makes sense, but it should. So now we can copy and paste this again. Sniper. Make that 2. So now this is sniper, sniper, sniper. We want this to be 75 and this to be 24. So our max ammo for the shotgun is 75 and that. There we go. So that is our weapon in it. So that's pretty simple. Now what we want to do is make it one more variable, global.weapon, current weapon equals 0. For quick things, we're gonna make an enum. An enum is the best. Enum weapons. So pistol is equal to 0. Shotgun is equal to 1, and sniper is equal to 2. So this here is just for a quick reference. So if you want to say, if you go, oh, I can't remember what sniper was, so you can just type in weapon dot sniper. That would equal to a number 2, equal to 2. So if you change this to weapon dot pistol, weapon dot shotgun. So just in case you forgot, we can just reference this. But Oops, we don't need it otherwise. So let's say we want we go like we have let's say we have 1,000 weapons here. We could be like I want to start off with the machete, but I can't remember what number that is. So here we just reference it, weapon dot machete. In this case, I want to start at the pistol. So when you start the game, you're holding a pistol. Okay, that works. Now you already have that. So now we want to make an object. Object gun control. So this is basically gonna control all our scrolling in the game. So yeah, let me just get my source code up so I remember what this is. So we need a variable called index. This is just gonna current weapon, I think. No, index is just equal to 0. Actually, no, I don't. Yeah. Step. Just for clarification's sakes, if you don't want to do this enum stuff, you don't have to, because sometimes you're gonna have to be like the equals 3. So it can take a lot of time, but it is worth it just in case you want to do quick references. Gun control. If mouse wheel down. So if we have a mouse wheel, if it's scrolling down, if index is greater than 0, index minus minus. So it's minus make okay. So basically index is now equal to index minus 1. So if it's 5, it will be 4. Hope that makes sense. So basically what this is doing is if it's greater than 0, so if it's 1 it will go down to 0, and if it's 0 it can't go anymore, but somehow manages to get when it manages to get to -1, for example, it's just gonna, if it's not greater than 0 anymore, so it'll scroll up all the way to let me explain this. So when it's 0, if we scroll down when it is 0, it can't do this, so it's gonna make it all the way to the top. So if it's gonna go all the way back to 2, I think. So the next bit of code is basically the same. So this is up. If it's less than global.weapons, so if it's less than the maximum weapons, we can add 1 to index. Otherwise, it's 0. And down here, global.current weapon equals index. So now we can quickly comment out all this code, so we can remind ourselves what it does. Okay, so if we scroll down, let me just answer my Skype. Sorry about that. If we scroll down, if index is greater than 0, minus 1 from index. If index is equal to 0, index is max weapons. If we scroll up, if index is less than max weapons, add 1 to index. Else, if index is equal to max weapons, it's equal to max weapons. Weapons index equals index is 0. So then current weapon is now index. Okay, now that's pretty well commented out. So that's all we need for that. Now let's quickly put that in there. So now what we now what we want to do is put the gun control in the room. Now what we want to do is make a OJ player. So this is your player. I'm gonna go quickly make a map global. Left pressed. So when you click, you want to make instance create. First of all, let me just get my source code up because I can't remember what I had to do. I remember, but you know, just make sure I'm not stuffing up for you guys. Yes, that's right. Outage. Yeah. Global dot weapon array current weapon. Say f is greater than 0. Instance create mouse and then global dot global dot weapon array global dot current weapon 0. Okay. So we need to check a few things quickly. We need to know what the ammo was. So ammo is number 4. And the bullets number 2. So number 4 and number 2. And global dot weapon array global dot current weapon 4 minus minus. So what this says is, if we have ammo in our current gun, create the gun's bullet, take 1 from the ammo. What am I doing? So that's basically what it does. Next thing is, this is just for debugging purposes. You don't need this, but it's good to have it. So we need to draw the sprite. Draw sprite global dot weapon array. And what's our sprite? Our sprite is number 1. What global dot current weapon 1. So we're going to draw the sprite, sub image at 0 at 3232. Are my sprites centered? Let me just check that first. They are indeed. How do I get rid of that? I think that was F11. Nope. There we go. F9. Oops. So we're going to do this. Plus. Actually, no, I can't be bothered. That's just. Actually, no, I will. Plus sprite width. Get sprite width. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Draw text global dot weapon array global dot current weapon 0 for now. 3264. So what was our? I think it was like yep, it was number 4. Number 4 out of number 3. String, don't forget string, or it's not going to be able to draw, because it can't draw a number, it has to be able to draw a string. Plus 3. So that's basically it. Now if you quickly run the game, play, then we should have a working weapon scrolling system. So if this stuff's up, it's gonna let me the weapon index weapon. So I think we forgot something. Weapon. Oops, I have weapons. Now, that was a stupid mistake on my part. Sorry about that. Draw text. Okay, I think I did something wrong. This is not. This is a number, so it has to be converted into a string. My fault again. Sorry, guys. Here we go. So as you see, as we click, it goes down and makes a pistol. Now we have a shotgun. It goes down. And a sniper. Let's see if we keep clicking. What happens? Okay, lit is 0. Okay, we can't do anything. Can't place any more because we've run out of ammo. As you see, I'm scrolling up. I'm only scrolling up. As you see, I'm just flipping through all the weapons. Let's see what happens if I quickly get rid of this ammo. This. So if I keep clicking, as you see, I've run out of ammo, so I can't click anymore. So this can be implemented into any game you want. It works fine. It's amazing. I absolutely love the system. I recommend using this system. If you find a better one, please tell me so I can I'll make a video on it, because I know, improvement's always good. We have ammo for everything, so we can't place anything else. Well, that's it. Now you have a working gun scrolling system. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.